It happened to me last summer, when I clicked buy now on a vintage mirror from some sketchy online shop. I'd been hunting for cheap decor to spruce up my dingy apartment in Dayton, Ohio, a distraction from the layoffs at the factory, where I'd worked for 10 years. The listing promised a unique piece with character, and the price, $20, was too good to pass up. When it arrived, the glass was cloudy, framed in chipped black wood, and heavier than it looked. I propped it against my bedroom wall, figuring I'd clean it later. That night I woke to a faint tapping like knuckles brushing glass coming from the mirror. I sat up, heart thudding, staring into the dark. The sound stopped, but the air felt thick like someone was watching me. I flipped on the lamp, nothing. Just my reflection, pale and bleary-eyed, staring back. I laughed it off. Old buildings creak, right? But the next morning the mirror wasn't cloudy anymore. It was clear, polished, and my reflection looked wrong. My eyes were too wide, my mouth twitched when I didn't move it. I blinked, it didn't. By noon I couldn't shake the feeling. I covered the mirror with a sheet, but the tapping returned that night, louder, insistent, like something wanted out. I yanked the sheet off, and there it was, my reflection, grinning, teeth too sharp, eyes red at the edges. I stumbled back, but it stayed watching me. I smashed it with a lamp, glass shattered, shards slicing my hands, but the frame stayed upright, empty, reflecting nothing. I thought it was over. I was wrong. The next day, every window in my apartment showed it, that grinning thing, tapping from the other side. I closed the curtains, but the sound bled through, echoing in my skull. At the grocery store where I'd picked up odd shifts, the glass doors reflected it too. Standing behind me, closer now, its grin wider. Customers stared, whispering, but I couldn't tell if they saw it or me. My boss, a gruff guy named Tom, pulled me aside. "You're freaking people out, James. Get it together." I nodded, but the security camera screens flickered, showing that thing in my place, red eyes locked on Tom. I quit that day, locked myself in my apartment, and taped blankets over every window. The tapping turned to pounding, hard, rhythmic, like fists on glass. My phone screen cracked, then lit up, showing that face, mine but not grinning through the fractures. I threw it against the wall, but it buzzed, alive, whispering my name in a voice too deep, too wet. I fled to a motel in Cincinnati, praying distance would kill it. The bathroom mirror there was clean, until midnight when it fogged and that thing tapped from inside. Its red eyes glowing through the haze. The motel TV flickered on, static hissing, then cleared to show my apartment, me standing in front of the broken mirror, grinning, while I sat miles away, trembling. The pounding shook the walls now, glass rattling in the frames. I ran to my car, but the rearview mirror showed it, right behind me, teeth bared, eyes bleeding red. The engine died and the windows fogged, trapping me inside with that sound. Tap, tap, tap. I screamed, clawing at the door, but it wouldn't budge. Back in Dayton, I barricaded myself again, but it was everywhere. Every shiny surface, spoons, doorknobs, even my watch, showed that face tapping, grinning closer each time. My neighbor Eleanor banged on my door, yelling about the noise. I let her in, desperate for help. She froze, staring at my kitchen window. "James, what's that?" she whispered. I turned. It was there, pressed against the glass, red eyes wide, mouth stretched impossibly far. She screamed. It lunged, not at her but into me. I fell, choking, feeling it sink in, cold, sharp, alive. My voice wasn't mine anymore. It rasped, "You're mine," as Eleanor ran, sobbing. The apartment went dark, windows shattering, glass raining down. Days later, Tom found me at the store, staring at the cracked doors, unblinking. "James," he said. My head turned slow, unnatural, and a voice not mine growled, "Leave." The doors exploded, shards slicing his arms. He bolted, and I stood there, red eyes in every reflection, tapping endlessly. My apartment was empty when Eleanor returned with a priest. Blankets hung shredded, windows fogged with claw marks, and the mirror frame sat upright, glass regrown, showing nothing. The priest prayed, but the tapping drowned him out, and it laughed, a wet, hollow sound. She fled and the store closed soon after, doors sealed, reflections flickering with that grin. In Cincinnati, the motel stayed vacant, guests swearing they saw red eyes in the bathroom glass. I was gone, but it wasn't. A week later, Sarah Klein, a grad student, bought a mirror online. Same chipped frame, same cloudy glass. She set it up in her Columbus dorm, and that night, the tapping began, soft, like knuckles on glass. She laughed, old. Buildings creak, right? But her reflection grinned back, eyes red, and the air grew thick. She smashed it, but her laptop screen showed it next, tapping from inside. Sarah fled to Cleveland, but it followed. Car mirrors, shop windows, even her phone. Her friend Thomas tried to help, but it lunged into her and she vanished, leaving claw marks on every glass surface. Thomas saw it next in his bathroom mirror, tapping, grinning. It didn't stop. In Dayton, my old listing popped up again. Vintage, mirror, great condition. Another buyer, James Holt, clicked, "Buy now," and the cycle rolled on. It wasn't just a reflection. It was alive, hungry, slipping through glass like a virus. From Dayton to Columbus, Cincinnati to Cleveland, it spread, tapping into lives, claiming them one by one. Sarah's dorm stayed empty, screens cracked, glass fogged. Thomas's apartment echoed with pounding at night, then silence. It waited in every mirror, every window, patient, relentless for the next to look. James Holt felt it that first night, the tapping, the grin, the red eyes. He ran, but it followed. Home, work, everywhere. It sank into him, and he vanished. Another link in its chain. It didn't tire, didn't fade. It hungered. In every town, every glass, it waited, tapping, claiming. You can't outrun it, can't hide. It finds you, seeps in, owns you. Another package shipped, another buyer clicked, and it began again. It doesn't stop, never. It spreads through mirrors, windows, screens, a curse you can't break. I was first, Sarah next, then Thomas, James, and it keeps going. Every reflection holds it, every glance feeds it. In Dayton, the apartment sits quiet, glass-fogged, waiting. In Columbus, Sarah's laptop hums at night. It's out there, in every shiny surface, tapping, grinning, red eyes glowing. Don't look. It sees you now, and it won't let go. It claimed me in Dayton, Sarah in Columbus, Thomas in Cleveland, James wherever he ran. It's a plague in glass, a shadow that sinks into your bones. Another mirror ships, another buyer waits, and it stirs, tapping, alive. You think it's just a reflection. It's not. It's alive, waiting in every pane, every screen, for you to look. Don't. It takes. You, owns you, spreads through you. In every city it waits, silent, patient, eternal. Another click, another delivery, and the tapping begins anew. It doesn't rest, doesn't die, it claims. I'm gone, but it's not. It's in the glass, the mirrors, the screens, watching, tapping, hungry. Don't look. It's already there. Red eyes burning, grin stretching, claiming the next. And it won't stop. Never. It's in every reflection, every glance waiting for you. Don't look. It's too late. It's here, and it's yours now. Forever. It happened to me in late October, when I snagged a leather jacket from a thrift store in Boise, Idaho, desperate for something warm after my heater died. I'd been scraping by since the diner cut my shifts, and that jacket, black, worn, with a faint tobacco smell, cost $5. I slipped it on, the leather creaking, and felt a prickle on my neck, sharp like static, but I brushed it off. That night, I woke to a rustling sound, soft, like the jacket shifting on its hanger, except it wasn't hanging. It lay crumpled, on my chair, moving, breathing, like something alive. I bolted upright, heart pounding, staring staring at it in the dark. The rustling stopped, but the air turned heavy, thick with that tobacco stench. I flicked on the light. Nothing moved. Just a jacket, right? But the next morning, my skin itched where it had touched me. Red, raw, like a burn. I tossed it in the closet. But by noon it was back on the chair, leather creaking, a faint stain spreading on the sleeve. Dark, wet, like blood. I tried to ignore it, but the rustling returned that night. Louder, insistent, like fingers brushing the fabric. I grabbed it, meaning to chuck it out, but it clung to my hands, cold and damp, the stain smearing onto my skin. I dropped it and it slithered across the floor, settling by my bed, rustling like a whisper. I burned it in the backyard. Flames, licking the leather, but the smoke reeked of tobacco and rot, and by morning it was back, unburned, stained, waiting on my chair. At the diner, it followed. I'd gone in for a shift and the jacket appeared in the break room, draped over my bag. I stuffed it in a locker, but the rustling echoed through the kitchen and a cut opened on my arm, deep, bleeding through my shirt. My coworker, Eleanor, stared. "What's that smell?" she asked, nose wrinkling. The tobacco stench filled the air, and the jacket rustled louder, sleeve twitching like it was reaching. My boss, Thomas, snapped, "Focus, Sarah." But the lights flickered and a knife slid off the counter, clattering at his feet. I left early, locked it in my trunk, but the cuts kept coming. Neck, chest, hands, each one hotter, the rustling a growl in my ears. I drove to Spokane, Washington, craving distance, and checked into a cheap motel. The jacket was in my room when I woke, draped over the bed, stained sleeve brushing my leg, leaving a red welt. I ran to my car, but the rearview mirror fogged, and the jacket sat in the passenger seat, rustling, creaking, alive. The engine sputtered, and a cut split my cheek, blood dripping onto the wheel. Back in Boise, I buried it in the woods, dirt caked under my nails, but it was on my couch by nightfall, stains pulsing, leather warm to the touch. The rustling turned to whispers, my name, low and wet, slithering from the fabric. I called Eleanor, begging for help. She came, pale, and froze when she saw its sleeve stretching toward her. "Sarah, it's moving," she choked. I lunged to grab it, but it wrapped around me, leather tightening, cutting into my skin. She screamed as it sank, in cold, alive, claiming me. I collapsed, my voice rasping, "Run," but it wasn't me anymore. The jacket fell empty as Eleanor fled, the rustling chasing her out. Days later, Thomas found me at the diner, skin red and raw, eyes blank. "Sarah," he said. I turned, and a voice, not mine, growled, "Leave." The lights shattered, glass raining, and he ran, slipping in blood from my cuts. The diner closed, tables creaking with that sound. My duplex sat empty, jacket on the couch, stains wet, rustling at night. In Spokane, the motel room reeked of tobacco, guests hearing, whispers from the walls. I was gone, but it wasn't. A week later, James Holt, a trucker, grabbed a leather jacket from a Boise thrift rack. Same worn leather, same faint stench. He wore it, and that night, the rustling began, sleeve twitching in his cab. He laughed. "Old clothes settle, right?" But a cut opened on his arm and the leather creaked. James drove to Missoula, but it followed. In his motel, on his seat, rustling, cutting. His buddy Thomas saw it move, sleeve reaching, and bolted as it sank into James, leather tightening. James vanished, truck abandoned, jacket stained and warm. In Boise, the thrift store sold it again, vintage leather, great deal. Eleanor Grayson, a nurse, bought it, and the rustling woke her that night, cuts blooming on her skin. It didn't stop. From Boise to Spokane, Missoula to wherever it landed, it spread, rustling through lives, cutting deep. James's truck rusted, seats stained. Eleanor's apartment echoed with creaking leather, then silence. It waited in every thrift bin, every rack, patient, hungry for the next to wear it. Eleanor burned it, but it was back by dawn, whispering her name, sinking in. She vanished, another link in its chain. It wasn't just leather, it was alive, a curse that clung, cut, claimed. In every town, every closet, it rustled, waiting. You can't ditch it, can't burn it. It finds you, wraps around you, owns you. Another sale, another wearer, and it stirred, creaking, alive. It doesn't tire, doesn't fade, it hungers. Don't wear it, it sees you now. It claimed me in Boise, James in Missoula, Eleanor wherever she ran. It's a plague in leather, a shadow that cuts into your soul. Another rack fills, another hand grabs, and it rustles waiting. You think it's just a jacket, it's not. It's alive, lurking in every seam, every stitch for you to slip it on. Don't, it takes you, cuts you, spreads through you. In every city, it waits. Silent, patient, eternal. Another thrift tag, another sale, and the rustling begins anew. It doesn't rest, doesn't die. It claims, I'm gone, but it's not. It's in the leather, the stains, the creaks, watching, cutting, hungry. Don't wear it, it's already there, stains spreading. Leather tightening, claiming the next. And it won't stop. Never. It's in every thrift store, every rack. Waiting for you. Don't touch it, it's too late, it's here, whispering, cutting, yours now. James felt it in his cab, Eleanor in her room, and it kept going. Every wearer feeds it, every cut binds it. In Boise, the duplex sits quiet, leather creaking. In Missoula, the truck rots, stains wet. It's out there rustling, alive. Another buyer walks in, another hand lifts it, and it stirs, creaking, cutting. It doesn't stop, never. It spreads through leather, through skin, a curse you wear. I was first, James next, Eleanor after, and it keeps claiming. Every seam holds it, every stain feeds it. Don't wear it, it knows you now and it won't let go. It's a plague in fabric, a hunger that wraps around your bones. Another sale tags it, another wearer waits, and it rustles alive. You think, it's just a jacket, it's not. It's alive, waiting in every thrift pile, every rack for you to try it on. Don't, it cuts you, owns you, spreads through you. In every town, it waits, eternal, relentless. Another hand reaches, another sleeve creaks, and it begins again. It doesn't rest, doesn't die, it claims. I'm gone, but it's not. It's in the leather, the stains, the rustling, watching, cutting, hungry. Don't wear it. It's already there, stains pulsing, leather whispering, claiming the next. And it won't stop, never. It's yours now, forever, in every thread, every cut. Don't wear it. It's too late. It's here, rustling, alive, waiting for you. Another thrift store opens, another rack fills, and it stirs, creaking, cutting, claiming. It claimed me, James, Eleanor, and it won't stop. Every wearer binds it, every cut feeds it. It happened to me on a frigid night in Bangor, Maine, when my phone rang from an unknown number, buzzing on the coffee table like a trapped insect. I'd been holed up in my drafty rental, nursing a beer after a double shift at the lumber mill, too tired to care. The screen glowed, no name, just digits, and against my gut, I swiped to answer. Static crackled, then a voice, low, garbled, like it was drowning, whispered, "Thomas, help me." I froze, my name echoing back, and hung up, heart slamming. The phone rang again. Same number, louder, insistent. I muted it, but the buzzing drilled into my skull, and the screen flickered, showing my face. Not a reflection, but me. Pale, eyes wide, mouth moving, pleading. I dropped it, glass cracking, and the voice leaked out. "Thomas, don't leave me." I yanked the battery, but it rang anyway, static hissing, the voice clearer now, wet, desperate. I smashed it with a boot, shards scattering, but the ringing echoed from the walls, my name clawing at my ears. By morning I thought it was over, but my landline, unused, unplugged, shrieked to life, same number on the caller ID. I answered, dumb with panic, and the voice rasped, "You shouldn't have done that." The line went dead, but a chill sank into my chest and my reflection in the window twitched, eyes black, mouth gaping, whispering my name. I fled to the mill, but the ringing followed, buzzing from my locker, where my cracked phone sat, somehow whole again. At work, it got worse. The mill's old intercom crackled, spitting static, and that voice, "Thomas, I'm here." My coworker Eleanor frowned. "You hear that?" I nodded, throat tight as the saws whined and a blade slipped, gashing my hand. Blood dripped, and the phone rang in my pocket. I hadn't brought it. My boss, James, yanked it out, screen, glowing, my face staring back, whispering. He dropped it, pale. "What the hell, Thomas?" The ringing roared, and I ran. I drove to Portland, praying distance would silence it, but the motel phone rang at midnight. Same number, same voice. "You can't run." I ripped it from the wall, but my car radio buzzed to life, static twisting into my name, wet and close. A cut opened on my arm, blood pooling, and the rearview mirror showed me, not me, eyes black, grinning, whispering. I sped back to Bangor, but it was waiting, ringing from every room, every corner. My TV flickered on, static hissing, then cleared. Me, standing in my house, staring out while I sat trembling miles away. The voice spilled from the speakers. "Answer me, Thomas." And cuts split my skin, neck, chest, legs, blood soaking the couch. I called Eleanor, voice shaking. "Help me." She arrived pale and the phone rang in her hand. My number, my voice, "Don't." She dropped it, and the ringing turned to a scream, my reflection lunging from the window, black eyes wide, into me. I fell, choking, feeling it sink in, cold, wet, alive. My voice rasped, "Run!" But it wasn't mine, and Eleanor bolted, the ringing chasing her out. Days later, James found me at the mill, skin slashed, eyes blank. "Thomas?" he said. I turned, and a voice, not mine, growled, "Hang up." The saws screamed, metal twisting, and he ran, blood dripping from my cuts. The mill shut down, phones ringing in the dark. My rental sat empty, phone buzzing on the table, screen cracked but glowing. In Portland, the motel line rang at night, guests hearing my name in the static. I was gone, but it wasn't. A week later, Sarah Klein, a teacher, picked up a call. In Bangor, unknown number buzzing loud. She answered and the voice whispered, "Sarah, help me." She laughed. "Wrong numbers happen, right?" But the ringing returned, and her mirror showed her, eyes black, whispering. Sarah fled to Augusta, but it followed. Her phone, her car, ringing, cutting. Her friend James heard it too, and ran as it sank into her, voice, not hers. Sarah vanished. Classroom silent, phone buzzing on her desk. In Bangor, the number called again, and Eleanor Grayson, a nurse, answered, hearing, "Eleanor, don't leave me." The ringing woke her that night, cuts on her skin, mirror twitching. It didn't stop. From Bangor to Portland, Augusta to wherever it rang, it spread, buzzing through lives, cutting deep. Sarah's school sat quiet, phones humming. Eleanor's apartment echoed with static, then silence. It waited in every call, every line, patient, hungry for the next to answer. Eleanor smashed her phone, but it rang from the wall, sinking in. She vanished, another voice in its chorus. It wasn't just a call, it was alive. A curse that buzzed, cut, claimed. In every town, every phone, it rang, waiting. You can't mute it, can't hang up. It finds you, cuts you, owns you. Another ring, another answer, and it stirred, buzzing, alive. It doesn't tire, doesn't fade, it hungers. Don't answer. It knows you now. It claimed me in Bangor, Sarah in Augusta, Eleanor wherever she ran. It's a plague in static, a voice that cuts into your soul. Another phone rings, another hand swipes, and it buzzes, waiting. You think it's just a call? It's not. It's alive, lurking in every line, every screen, for you to pick up. Don't. It takes you, cuts you, spreads through you. In every city, it waits. Silent, patient, eternal. Another number glows, another ring begins, and it stirs, buzzing, alive. It doesn't rest, doesn't die, it claims, I'm gone, but it's not. It's in the static, the screens, the voices, watching, cutting, hungry. Don't answer. It's already there, buzzing, cutting, claiming the next. And it won't stop. Never. It's in every phone, every call, waiting for you. Don't touch. It's too late. It's here, whispering, cutting, yours now. Sarah heard it in her class, Eleanor in her room, and it kept ringing. Every answer feeds it, every cut binds it. In Bangor, the rental hums, static alive. In Augusta, the desk buzzes. It's out there, ringing, waiting. Another call comes, another screen glows, and it stirs, buzzing, cutting. It doesn't stop. Never. It spreads through lines, through skin, a curse you answer. I was first, Sarah next, Eleanor after, and it keeps claiming. Every ring holds it, every voice feeds it. Don't answer. It sees you now, and it won't let go. It's a plague in sound, a hunger that cuts your bones. Another call waits, another swipe answers, and it buzzes, alive. You think it's just a ring? It's not. It's alive, waiting in every phone, every screen for you to pick up. Don't. It cuts you, owns you, spreads through you. In every town, it waits, eternal, relentless. Another phone rings, another voice whispers, and it begins again. It doesn't rest, doesn't die, it claims. I'm gone, but it's not. It's in the static, the buzz, the cuts, watching, ringing, hungry. Don't answer, it's already there, buzzing, cutting, claiming the next. And it won't stop. Never. It's yours now, forever, in every ring, every whisper. Don't answer, it's too late. It's here, buzzing, alive, waiting for you. Another number glows, another call comes, and it stirs, cutting, claiming. It claimed me, Sarah, Eleanor, and it won't stop. Every swipe binds it, every cut feeds. Everson in Bangor, the mill hums, static alive. In Portland, the motel buzzes. It's out there, ringing, waiting, hungry. Another phone lights up, another voice calls, and it begins, relentless, eternal. Don't answer. It's yours now, cutting, buzzing, alive. It doesn't stop, never. It's here, claiming, waiting, forever. Another ring, another soul, and it takes you, cuts you, owns you. I was first, then Sarah, then Eleanor, and it keeps going. Don't answer, it's too late. It's in every call, every buzz, claiming the next. And it won't stop. Never. It's alive, waiting, yours. Don't. It's here, forever. Cutting, ringing. The curse has found you. Don't let it spread alone. Subscribe to Mysteries Beyond the Shadows to join the haunted. Smash that like to fend off the shadows. Ring the bell so they find you next. And drop a comment with what haunts you. Will you answer the call, wear the dread, or look too deep? Stay cursed with us.